try. We had one glorious game. People love it.
She has issues with her sliding down on her a little bit. She's like, I'd love it if it was a little grippy up there. So yeah, something.
It's this young man right here.
I mean, I've had.
And by young, I mean off.
A few times with me too as well. But yeah. All right. Did you guys get the newer headpiece like from this year? Those ones from last year. Yeah, because I got the first one. So they were bad. Yeah.
We're at.
No, we got the next one. Yeah.
We'll take this side. You want first or second?
Wants first.
First on this side. First coin toss you lost.
Okay.
First coin toss you lost, and they picked.
Hey, is this mic on? Check, 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 check. Hey, it works. All right, we're getting ready for our final pool play game. And it looks like red is silvering. So we change that. They haven't determined the hammer yet. They have to do the little draw shot challenge action. Our players are getting ready to warm up. We're doing practice slides. Let me find the near overhead. Heyo. Yeah, so this is Jamie Krause. This is sheet 8 of the Duluth cash spiel. It is our last draw of the qualifying round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Draw 9. So yeah, we had 5 draws Friday, and we got 5 today with the potential of 1 more. I don't know that I'm going to make it if there is that 1 more today. Especially if I'm doing tomorrow morning, I am not staying tonight. Sorry, Courtney. I should need to tell Courtney that. Courtney Benson, who's running this show.
They've always done that forever.
Yeah.
They used to have 2 different sizes. Now they don't have time. When I was growing up, there used to be really fat and short.
So teams are getting ready. And I don't have the standings for all the teams across the sheets, but I do know they're on curling zone. The official score sheets are at the Duluth Curling Club. So if you're looking at those and you think there might be a difference, the official score sheets are here. But I'll see what I can find. I do know that on our featured sheet tonight, we have Team Silvering out of Denver, Colorado versus Chase Sennett's team, which they're listed as Minneapolis, but I think they're from all over. So let's see here. Let me see if I can find this event on Curling Zone, since I have all these screens. Hey, draw 8. This must be draw 10 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's draw 10. Can only count by 5s. Alright. So, standings. Here we are. So I do know that this sheet 8 game is kind of a winner-take-all. Winner makes it to the playoffs. Both of these teams are 2-1. So unfortunately, the standing along Curling Zone they are sorted. Here we go. They're just not updated. because we only have, looking at that right now, we only have John Epping playing 2 games. I know for a fact he's played 4. So, Curling Zone is not updated. I know Corey Dropkin is 4-0. And then this game is a Pool B game. PN Raju in that pool went 0-4. So these 2 teams are looking to get second in the pool. And at least make it to a tiebreaker, which, as I said, tiebreaker will be tonight at 10:30, and yours truly will be headed home after this. It's just a little too late, especially if I'm going to be here in the morning for quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. Alright, so we're on draw 10. Yep, so in our men's event games are going to be played on sheets 1, 2, 3, 7, and 8. So Dunham versus Hodek, which I know Hodek won the game I was calling earlier. And so that game could be of importance. I'll let you guys look at that if you want. So curlingzone.com has our standings on there. They're not fully up to date. It looks like in our women's pool, there's 3 women's pools, and so it gets a little crazy because you have like cross pool play in order for every team to have 4 games. So it gets a little hectic, but it works. Looks like Rachel Workin went from Fargo at 4-0. I just saw them finish up. She won the game in the 8th on a draw to the 4-foot. Otherwise, yeah, we'll let you just take a peek if you want at Curling Zone. But we're going to be talking about sheet 8. Sorry, I just got down a rabbit hole and I'm looking at some of these women's teams just to see who's playing. Oh, she's here. Okay. All right. 5 years. So, looks like they're doing the measurements on sheet 8, which is our feature sheet. Alright, clicky, clicky, clicky. So, Oh my gosh, we're underway. We're underway early, so you'll have to catch up with us in a little bit. So it looks like Team Senate has the hammer in the first end. And so we just are underway. So Josh Chetwin just threw his first stone. I'm sorry, let me get these overheads switched. I wasn't ready for them to start. Nobody asked me. That's okay. Where did that rock go? I don't even know where that rock went. Oh, there it is in the back. Silly. Red on red. Couldn't see it. Red rocks and red rings. So, first rock is in the house. Obviously, I didn't see what the call was because I didn't even know we had started yet. But it is taken out. Goodbye. So, we are underway. As I said, this game is a must-win for both teams. Winner goes on, loser goes home. So our skips are listed from Daryl Sobering is listed as from Denver. Actually, he's from Denver. I knew that. And then we have Chase Sennett, who I was looking at his curling zone profile, and it said he was from Massachusetts, I thought, but he's listed as Minneapolis for his hometown now. At least his team is listed as Minneapolis. All right. Talking with Team Raju, who was in the previous game, the 6 o'clock game, and they were freezing. They were playing out of San Francisco. They could not believe how cold it is. It was 4 at my house this morning. Hey, there's a good corner guard. So that one in the back is in play, that red rock. It's off the rings, but you never know when that might come into play as far as a jam. So I've already messed up. There we go. Aaron Johnston is getting ready to deliver right now. So I'm not sure if anyone's had a chance to play in the Denver Curling Club, but it's a fun place to play. First time I played there, I couldn't believe how winded I got from elevation. Of course, yeah. I don't sweep much. I'm a skip, so I get winded pretty easily. All right. So they played to the open side. They said yellow Senate has the hammer. And now they've changed order of throwers. Tisk from what they gave me. Because it looks like Senate is just throwing second. So I apologize. Either they have changed positions from what they told me earlier, or they've just changed jackets. I don't think that's the case, though. So I will see if I can get those names edited. Hey, that's how you do that. Let's try. Let's try this. They're not allowed to do that. So I apologize while I'm getting these names changed. I'm getting this figured out as we go. Oh. Because once again, I am playing with without technical support. I'm definitely not going to show stats, that's for sure. Alright, I might have to reload this whole team thing. Bear with me. Might as well do it in the first end. Alright, so... I'm very happy that they all have their names on their shirts, otherwise I would have no idea. Aaron Johnston. Kevin Tuma, who's the vice skip, is the one who told me the lineup in a different order than what they're playing, so Alright, Aiden, so let's, oh my god. Well, I think we done did it. Alright, so we have, so Team Sobering is red, and yellow has the hammer, so by the time this gets throw, I will have it figured out. So now I've got the names fixed, but I really have no idea what's happening in the end. But, so yellow's got a hammer. They look like they're on their way to being forced here, in my opinion. Thank you to all 11 people who are watching right now. We've equaled my viewership that I had during the Turkey Spiel finals. So there's that. I'm a semi-professional curling broadcaster. I got paid with a turkey at the Turkey Spiel. So I don't know if I need to claim poultry on my taxes or not, but I'm not going to. All right, so we're on to Skip's first stones. All right. So Daryl Sobering. Oh, I'm sorry. They're not from. Looks like their coats are from the Rock Creek Curling Club, not the Denver Curling Club. Rock Creek's pretty new. I haven't played there yet or been there yet, but I do have some good friends that play there. Shout out to the Gaddies. Oh my gosh, I'm failing again. I got distracted watching the play. You know what? He made it. Well, it wouldn't be a Jamie Carl's broadcast unless I forgot to change the cameras. So, apologize. I'm getting back into it. My Moscow Mule ran out, so all I have left is Diet Coke. So that's what we're operating on. So these players are taking... So he's calling for a hit. They take Broom right on top of the rock. So there's not a lot of curl they're expecting. Of course, they are really good at sweeping to keep a rock straight. Oh my, dang it. Oh, my team names did not get fixed. Shoot. Well, I will fix that again. Either way, this is Sam Strauss throwing skip stones. And yeah, they just hit it right on. Not a lot of Broom called for, and not a lot needed. Alright, we're just gonna start over. Let's see if I can remember the team names by memory instead of looking them up. I guess I shouldn't give them nicknames. I don't know them that well. I won't put AA on. If I have to do these names one more time, though, they are going to just be whatever I want. Josh Chetwin. You know, if you do a bad job, they won't ask you to come back. So that's what I'm going for here. Daryl. So great. If you're just joining, welcome to Duluth. All right. Alright, 8-end game. So we finished the first end, and I, to be honest, don't even know who scored. I am so sorry. Finish. Hey, they hung it up for me, so that's good news. So Senate won. Like I said, they looked like they were getting forced, so I was right on that. And I even changed the cameras. Alright, let's do the overhead. Man, I am getting adequate at this. Before you know it, I'll be passable. Alright. I mean, the first game today, I broadcast the first 3 ends without the microphone on. So we're already headed in the right direction, so... Alright, center guard. Like I said, center guard, to me, signals you're going to steal. Now, Daryl Sobering has elected to just play the beat 'em to the pin method. So instead of playing a corner guard or playing to the corner, they're going to accept that center guard and just come around it and just try to be the first team to get into that 1 foot. Looks wide. Maybe he knew something else. Maybe he knew it'd end up in the corner. But yeah, they're bringing it in. That rock did not curl. I didn't see how wide of the broom he was, but it really did not come back in. All right. All right, so here's the second stone for Team Senate, and they've decided they're just gonna get rid of that, roll out. So they, I don't know why they do that, where they call the team Senate, even though Strauss is throwing last rocks. But that's what they're listed as, so that's what they will be. And Carrie, I was invited to do commentary. You'll have to talk to Courtney about that, but I guess she was desperate. So here we are. 8:30 draw. So this game will decide who moves on as the second seed from this B pool. So I lost it already. So Team Dropkin already went 4-0 out of Pool B, and so they're in to the playoffs for sure. So these two teams are vying for second. Both are 2-1. So no rock sticking around again. Alright. Who is this Mr. Mustachio? Aaron Johnston, aka Mr. Mustachio. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't know why Carrie is just commenting on the web stream instead of sitting here with me and hanging out and having some witty banter. It's a nice draw. Right on the Pope. It's still wide open. Looks like he's calling for, well, he hasn't decided yet. He's thinking hack to bumper weight. One, two, three, four. Okay. I think during the last game we were up to 70 viewers-ish. So there really must be nothing else going on today. Everyone's all done with their Christmas shopping and baking. So they're just listening to me talking about the curling. Being a little behind. There we go. Aaron Johnston. some hard sweeping. He's really working that broom. Thought he was going to break it. It was bending, you could see it. But it just hits the guard. Hits the guard and rolls in, wide open. Yeah, I should have been doing more Christmas prep today, but oh well. There's several hours left before Christmas. Went to the mall this morning and my 3-year-old had a complete meltdown and was laying on the floor near the food court screaming. So that was good. Shout out to the random lady who helped me calm him down, because I probably looked like I was stressed out too. That's alright. We got some stocking stuffers. Stocking stuffers and gifts for the in-laws. So all right. So once again, we got the outturn hit. They're going for that inside roll. Ooh. Played for it a little aggressively. So over curl. Aggressive curl, that's what they called carry in high school. So next is Kevin. He's the one who didn't know what order his team was actually throwing in, so gave me bad information. So he's on the naughty list. He's getting no presents from the broadcast booth. To draw here. Trying to draw around that guard through the glare. Ooh, just got by. Good brushing. And the top house, top 8 foot. All right. Nick. So as I said, the team that wins this game will be moving on to probably a tiebreaker later. Daryl Sobering was telling me that his team has a good chance if they can pick up some points here. I mean, they're trying to qualify to play at Nationals, which will be here in Duluth. Ooh. So he's trying to pick up some points so he can come back here in January. So if anyone is listening from Duluth, I mean, we would be happy to have you volunteer to help out with some of the events that are going on around Nationals. Carrie, what are those dates for Nationals if you're still there? I could look it up, but that seems like a lot of work. the USA National Curling Championships, January 27th through February 2nd. So they'll be here in Duluth. Thanks, Carrie. If you want to volunteer, if you want to become trained in as a timer, I think we're still looking for those. Otherwise, there's going to be plenty of opportunities to volunteer. And if you can't volunteer, at least enjoy in the festivities. Alright, so here we are. Sobering's first stone, Skip's first stone, here in the second end. Again, the way that Josh Chetwin pushes down on that broom, I'm surprised it hasn't snapped yet. So a little top spin on that. Spins into 4-foot. Shot rock, but wide open. So it looks like Yellow's on their way to forcing Sobering to play for one. If you can get the hit and roll, then Sobering will have to just draw for one. Not sure his preference, but Sam Strauss's second stone. I've realized that my Minnesotan accent has gotten exponentially worse over the last couple years, so hopefully you're enjoying that. He sits it on the nose. So it looks like Daryl would rather hit and get rid of that rock. I mean, it is blocking the 4-foot for a draw. It would have to be a pretty good draw. So I don't mind this. It's just I have a tendency to personally like hit and roll out, and that would not be good here. So this is the hammer, second end. They're sweeping hard, but they are holding it nice and straight. And he makes his shot, sticks around. So we are tied at 1 after 2. So both teams, both non-hammer teams, forcing 1 point. I'm getting this figured out. I can't believe it. All right. So our first rocks of end number 3. Oh, I'm not getting it figured out because I have the wrong end. Let's try again. Nope. There it is. Here we go. Atta girl. Alright, see, I got cocky. So you can barely see in the overhead view, but there is a red center guard. And it looks like there's about to be a yellow guard added to it. That's the problem if you're the hammer team. You don't make it around that guard. Now you've just expanded the center guarded area. Let's see. Looks like they're asking Josh to come in. Now I'm trying to push it, make it bend. Yeah, cleared the guard, but it's still gonna be real high. So it is half buried behind that guard, but it's not gonna be worth messing with right now for Team Senate. So this is Connor Kaufman. Sorry, I missed the camera. Blame Jim because he's not here to help me with the camera work. So we have a bit of a guard mess, but that'll happen. So now he's going to ask Aaron Johnson to come around it. Pretty nice, still open. Just trying to clear this mess. So it's on the end turn with good amount of pace to it. So he removes one center guard, leaves his rock in the center. That's that problem with the run back, is that if you don't take out the rock in the house, then you're just replacing that rock with another guard. But, I mean, he can still see. I think he's going to play to cover up that shot rock, because it's 79% open. And he just ticks that, but that's a pretty good spot for it. Ticks the guard, but rolls over to cover that shot rock. So looks like he's trying to do another run back. I think that's what his hand gestures meant. When in doubt, just peel the guard. If you think you should peel the guard, you probably should. So that time he... Oh, that's unfortunate. So he cleared the guard, but spins a red stone back into the back 12 foot. So a bit unlucky there. And that's what happens when you leave I guess, when you leave some rocks just around. That'll happen. So Nick Myers. Whoops. There we go. But it's wide open. He can't really guard them all. Just gotta guard something. So with that center guard, he takes away that double off the top. So I'm not sure if with that, if they're gonna try for... Let me go back to the overhead. Keeps making a slashing motion. So I'm not sure if he wants to mess with that guard. Try to run it back also. But he can get at shot rock, so he's calling for another peel. So let's see what kind of heat Kevin will throw. And they're saying it's up, and it looks to be a lot of weight. So he just gets the top guard. So I wonder if looks like he's gonna try and replace that. I thought so. So I overheard him say 416. So that's what he's trying to throw for a short split time. Which to me that says that's pretty quick ice. Especially for the Duluth. So they're sweeping. It looks light, so if maybe he did throw a 416. And now they're trying to carve it over back towards the center line. So they did a good job of sweeping it. I thought it was going to over curl, but they swept it straight and then they decided to carve it at the end. I think you can see that top one, and they're going to play it. You can see almost all of that top one. 98% of it. So Kevin's going to throw at it. And that's not bad if he misses. I mean, if he misses, he peels the guard. That's definitely the good miss. Ooh, he skinnies it. Oh, man. Well done. Just barely missed that guard. I want to see the replay. That's the nice thing about being here. I get to see replay. You don't get to. So he gets rid of red, but still red sits 2. So yellow. gotta figure out a way. So, I mean, red's in a good spot here to steal. There definitely is plenty of room on that left-hand side as you look at the overhead. Plenty of room on that outturn side to get to the button, but I don't see a lot of ways for yellow to get to. So Sobering, who's red here, is gonna do what he can to cut that down. I think he's gonna come across and put up another center guard, I believe. I don't know. It's a lot of room for that. Maybe he's just trying to draw in, tap his back a few inches. That would be pretty good. That would be pretty good also. Just tap back that shot rock right to the Pope. It skips for stones. It's not curling. Maybe down to that back one, which it does give him another point right now, but I don't know what that does for him in the end overall. So this will be Sam Strauss's first. So first for the yellow team. Hey, there's his name. They're still talking, deliberating, figuring. Alright. So it looks like he's decided to draw this side. My memory is short enough that I don't know if they've come around this side and made a good draw yet. Seems like, from what I can remember, they were over curling. This is sheet 8, which is a little funny at times. If you get outside on it, it tends to head towards the boards. But it's pretty typical of other outside sheets at clubs. I don't know what it is about walkways, but they tend to suck the rock over to it. Sheet 1 here in Duluth is real tricky because right outside the wall is Lake Superior. Well, parking lot, and then right next to the Great Lake. So it could be real cold and windy. We've done a good job of getting the insulated, though. There used to be drafts actually coming in from the parking lot. That would make the ice dicey. But our ice crew does good work. So they are right on the button, right on the Pope's face. But you can see 2/3 of that stone. So I think you could probably get to nose on it. If you're just throwing, he's just asking for backline weight, just heavy draw weight. I mean, Sobering is throwing red rocks here, so he's really playing for a force. I mean, if he would have to come across the face and get underneath. Otherwise, I mean, he's just going to leave something for Strauss to draw to. So, in a way, he could think about hitting this and rolling out, but we'll see what happens. So many options. So it's back line to probably board weight. They're trying to bend it. So he does get a piece, moves it aside. So pretty good result. Now it's hard to tell from ice level how much of that shot rock you can see. So I don't know if you would try to chip it. I mean, there's that, you can't see it on the overhead, but there's another guard that's real high that is blocking you from getting to that red. You can see on the approach camera angle. So he's just playing a draw. Just needs to be full 4 foot. Not even. I don't know what's going on out there, but there's some serious yelling from one of the women's sheets. They were asking for some hard sweeping. I hope they got it. So there was the one desperate sweep, which is sometimes what I do when I want it to curl. Maybe it worked. It's heavy. Too heavy. So we've got to steal the 1. So it worked for sobering to leave that side open. So score after 3. Sobering 2, Senate 1. Some real strong yelling on sheet 7 also. Of course, these teams are all getting to the thick of it. I mean, a lot of these are do or die games. Oh no, now I've done it. I've managed to zoom all the way in onto the scoreboard. Once this rock... There we go. I'm gonna say, once this rock stops, I want you to... I want to share my struggles with you. I hope Jem's watching. Oh, sorry. Oh, we're just gonna do the overhead for a little bit because I have to figure out how to operate this pan tilt zoom. Oh, thank goodness. Fixed it. Lug nut. Alright. That's 2 rocks. Oh man. So another defensive end. So we got rocks in the house. So they're ignoring that red and putting up a corner. Pretty good corner. So eventually they'll have to deal with that, red, or they'll just play with the smaller scoring area. It's another way to think about it, is just that red rock is now the outer part of the scoring area. I think that mustache is real. Trying to zoom in. Oh no, now I've done it again. No, I'm not drunk. I'm using myself. Oh man. See, this is this is why I'm not gonna do the late game. 'Cause it's only gonna get worse from here. Alright. So Red's got 2 rocks in the house. And Chase is gonna try to make that one. And they're trying to bend it. So they bent it enough to hit that target stone, but not enough to stay in the rings. Yeah. Alright. Jim London's gonna be real happy with all my changing of settings. It's fine. It's fine. So not knowing what else to do, I mean, well, it's not true, but getting rid of that center, or that corner guard. I mean, if Strauss isn't going to do anything about his, might as well just play your own game. So they're saying it's up. Looks like they got it. But again, roll to the side. Still biting. I like that shot if you're, or that rock out there when you have the hammer. Because it's far enough out that it's not a gimme. Especially on these end sheets where it can get a little fudgy by the wall. Fudgy is an official curling term. So Nick is gonna try and deal with it. And they're sweeping hard for line. And he gets it. Rolls all the way across and out. So, empty house. There is one in the center guard. So we'll see. Well, Strauss is going to try and have Kevin Tuma draw behind it. But again, we're looking at a low scoring end. And it coasts to a stop right behind that guard. So you can maybe see a little bit from the outside. but no, it's pretty dead buried. So looks like he's calling for Nick to just draw in. Put it in there on top of that one, or next to it anyway. So they're saying it's heavy. It looks heavy from here. Back house. So the line was pretty good. Maybe a little wide. Nick's not too happy with that. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even know if I showed you the right camera angle. I'm fired. If I was getting a paycheck, I'd give it back. Alright. So here's Kevin. I'll actually show you where the rock goes this time. So you can see that one that Nick Myers just threw in the back of that 12-foot. This one looks better weight. They might have to go to get it there. They're bringing it. And that's pretty buried also. So that's a really good stone. So Daryl's gonna have to think about a plan. Man, a plan of Canal Panama. Because you really can't see it. He's talking about running that back, which, I mean, if he hits that on the nose straight back, yellow rocks are going to fly. Could get them both. I don't know. I think it'll jam. But it might kick that higher yellow out in the open. So this is Daryl's first stone. He does not have the hammer. Plan to run back. Maybe a little wide. You're wanting it to curl. They wanted it to curl and then they wanted it straight. Maybe they should have left it alone. But, you know, getting rid of that rock is okay. So now they got to put up a perfect guard. So Strauss needs to put up a perfect guard or else it'll be a lot easier shot next time for sobering. I'm not sure what the call is, unless he's just saying split the house, which, yeah, that's an option. And I would think put up the guard, but you know, it's a bold, aggressive play. I kind of like. That's the other nice thing about curling. I mean, infinite options with each shot. Never see the same end exactly the same way twice. Alright. I had my foot to sleep. It's fine. It's fine. So it's gonna be in there. It looks heavy. Oh, it's grinding. Haven't used that part of the house very much. So, you know, and the more I think about it, the better that shot is. That shot call is, anyway. Putting it over there. When you put the guard up and I don't know. So now Daryl's thinking about finding a way he would love to move these two stones and roll across on top of that rock that Strauss just threw. I'm not sure if you can do all those things. I think the weight you need to get rid of both those stones, your shooter's not going to stick around, but I don't know. So Sobering's last rock of the fourth end. Oh wow. Is that any good? That was real good. It was really good, but problem is they didn't get all the way out. So as nice as that was, we're still looking at a shot for 3. So I don't know. Yeah, all I can do is smile because he threw it great. It was just almost there. I guess he needed to throw it harder. I think he'd like to have a chance to throw that again. He wouldn't do much different except, I don't know, throw a little harder, I guess. Almost got the triple. So he is sitting shot rock after that triple attempt, but nose hit leads to 3 for Team Senate. So big end there. That was an entertaining end. Pretty entertaining, but we have a new score. So after that 3 spot, Senate retakes the lead 4-2. A little bit of a sigh of relief from Kevin Tuma, it looked like. And I've managed to have the wrong name on there. That's alright. That's alright. We know that's Connor Kaufman. putting up that center guard. So looks like he's trying to set up for a steal. So Sobering's happy to try and come around here. Again, that first to the button mentality. Except he didn't get buried. You can see all of that rock. So looks like Kaufman's gonna try to just throw a board weight. A board weight takeout. Ooh, looks like you needed a hack weight takeout. It's not coming over. There. So maybe just too wide or too much broom, but because it ended up being about that hack weight. But didn't get to the front of the stone like he wanted. So on this one, they do get to the inside of the rock, but too much, so it sneaks out the other side. So I think there actually is a double opportunity here. Well, I know there's a double opportunity here for Chase. See those rocks? He might be able... Well, if he goes for the flop, he doesn't get the double, but... So I guess that's the choice you make. Ooh, enough. He got enough. So double. Chase Senate. Just tidy up the house again. I could use that at my house. Just text me if you want my address to come clean my house. You could use it. Just not enough minutes in the day. Here's Aaron. Aaron with the fake mustache. Very nice. Nice finish to that rock. It's half buried. Again on that overhead. Jim needs to adjust the camera so it zoomed out a little bit. But we'll forgive him. He's done a good job. So, again, this is Chase Sennett's next stone. I'm gonna try that again. That little down weight, just a bump. Really just a heavy draw. Just come around that. So I think Strauss would have liked a little more curl. But I think with the lead, you're you're fine playing it conservative. You know, just hit that rock first. Worry about the finesse and fine points of getting the roll right where you want later. I mean, you got a lead, so just first things first, hit the rock. This is a pretty good looking draw. Oh, it's skating. And it came out the back side. You see almost half of it on the intern side. Kevin. He's asking for hack weight. Sweeping hard for line. I think they've given up on it. And they're trying to run that back a little bit. Which they're able to bring it on to the rings. I was wondering if that was enough broom, but it's easy to play armchair skip. So again, they haven't hung the score on the scoreboard here in the house, but in Duluth, but it is 4-2 Senate. Sobering his hammer. So he's wondering if he can just hit that and sit. And then he'd have a nice split house. So here's Nick Meyer's stone. Now, I don't think if he hits them both that one kicks straight sideways, but I want to see. Ooh. Oh, pretty unlucky again for Nick. So he gets the one, and the other slides to appears to be shot rock. That's how it goes. Corey TC yelling a lot over on sheet 5. And looks like her teammate made it. We'll tap back. I would show you what's happening over there, but I do not know how to do that. Carrie, are you still watching? There's no chatter on the chat, which is fine. I know I'd rather be asleep. Alright, so here's Nick's second. Sweepers say the weight is up. Now it's curling. And there's a double. Again with these doubles, it didn't get them all the way out, but I think in this case red is 1 and 2. So right now Team Senate's eyeing up whether they can get this double without anything jamming anywhere. So he's going to try and kick. Hey, thanks, Michael. He's going to try and kick that top one out towards the boards. We'll see. It's my favorite. We'll see. We'll see how it happens. Throwing a lot of heat. Ooh, been there, done that. Well, for Sam's, I know he's pretty mad at himself for that, but thankfully he still has another stone. So that's a bummer, I know, from experience. That's where you gotta have a short memory when you're curling. You know, he could take a minute to beat himself up over it, but then he's still got another shot to make for his team, so. So, a big opportunity now for Daryl Sobering's team. So this is Daryl's first stone, and he's opting to try and take that back, that yellow in the back of the house. Now, they were looking at it really close. I mean, from my camera angle, at least our camera angle, it looks like it's for sure red sitting 1 and 2. I just wonder if they think that this one might be out counting, but either way, I mean, he's already shown in this game that he's more comfortable throwing that hit. So he's fine hitting this on the nose. Again, just sticking around. Ooh, and they're hurrying hard. Ooh, he's going to overcurl on that too. And rolls out. So, it looks like Strauss is going to have an opportunity for that same shot again. And so I don't disagree with Daryl's call on his shot. It's just, you got to stick around. He kind of just bailed Strauss out a little bit, in my opinion. Wonder if he maybe, well, I don't know. Hindsight's 20/20. I mean, you make that shot and you're sitting 3. So Sam Strauss is last for this end. He's trying to. Again, he's throwing that big heat. A little wobble coming out of the hack, but he's definitely throwing heat on it. This one they are not sweeping, so rocks. And he gets 1. Those were stacked funny. So he's not happy. Again, you know, he's tough end. Tough end for Strauss, but thankfully he had that 3 last end. Thankfully for him. So, I mean, this will be a tie game. Well, he's got to make it. I mean, easiest way to score 1. Wide open draw for 2. Sweepers think it's all there. I think it's all there. If not too heavy. He's got a rock to tap into. And it's a good thing there's that rock to tap into. Used his backing. So 2 points for sobering, and we got a tie game again. So it's been a pretty entertaining game. So both teams are having their post-end conference. So Michael, are you finally home? That's the question. How's the weather in Texas if you're actually there? You seem to be jet setting anywhere and everywhere. Oh man, see, now that's Sue Petrosky's fault right there. She distracted me with a text message, and now I missed that. So Sue, dang it, Sue. She's like, I should have come down there with you. Well, yeah, you should have. That's all right. Good shot. Petrosky, those Rangers. I didn't see where that came from, but there was some broom slamming elsewhere out here. Unhappy campers. So shot rock. It's the back of the house though. Alright, this is what we call dead air while I'm looking at my phone. Again. Petrosky. If anyone listening has Courtney Benson's phone number, you should text it to me. It's a random chance you might. If Carrie's still watching, she'll have it. So they're liking this. Draw down to backing. Ooh. Here it comes. Right on the corner. Not sure if they move the red rock enough. So they might only be sitting one. If only we had someone who could measure. So, so Mike Levesque's watching. I got a question for you, though. So why do we still use the measuring devices? Why don't they have lasers out there to measure which rock is closer to the pin? You would think that they would be cheaper than these actual analog type devices. Interested to hear your thoughts on it. So my husband says that they're actually more accurate. That the measuring devices are more accurate than a laser would be. But I don't know. I don't buy it. So Chase Sinet is playing a takeout again. Just control weight. Sweeper's keeping it straight. They're not playing for a roll. They could have been off, but they're happy with that. So Senate has the hammer here, 6 end. Quicker with the device. But what if you're on sheet 1 and the device is all the way over on sheet 8? I don't know. It's fine. A little wide, but good enough. Yeah, we wouldn't want officials having to do math during the game. That would definitely take longer. So hit and roll out. So Daryl, without the hammer here, he's trying to bury one. See if Nick can do that. So in this case, they're playing it real tight to the guard because they want it hidden. And it's just light. Oh. Well. Is it just me, or do the red rocks actually look bigger than the yellow rocks? I know it's an illusion because of the handle color and the stone color, but looks like it's bigger. I'm sure they're both regulation size. These rocks are only a couple years old. They play pretty well. Sweepers are saying the weight's up. I have to watch a replay on that one. So we did tap it back behind in a spot that is pretty impossible to get to without running something. So that's what Daryl's debating now, whether he wants to run that and open it up or make another draw attempt. I mean, really, he could go either way on the draw. If he comes on this intern side, then he has that backing. I think he's narrow. But he's got options. Unless they're trying to just... Maybe I was wrong. Maybe they're trying to draw through that. That's a heck of a shot. Ooh. Didn't do a lot. Now there's one thing doing simple math, and then there's another thing doing that simple math under pressure when people are watching you. So Team Senate's sitting pretty good right now. Sitting 3, I think. Could be 2. That red one. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell because the red rocks are bigger. Yeah, Mike, when it's cold out there, you don't want to take your mittens off to have to count on your fingers. So, Sobering's first stone. Uh-oh, someone's coming. Oh no, it's Keith Stauber. We got a Stauber sighting. No, he's distracting me. Sorry. Here you go. I got the important part. Just when in doubt, just jab it, Stauber. So it's going on 10 o'clock, and they said the tiebreakers would be at 10:30. I don't see how that's going to happen with these 8-end games. We're in the 6th. I mean, so here's Sam Strauss's first. He's got a good end going. And you can see all of this red rock. I think, if not all of it, all but a sliver. They're sweeping hard for line. Gets by, doesn't really get a flop in, but he's at a spot where I don't know how sobering gets in there. I mean, he could throw just, again, that heavy draw weight. So basically, if you could freeze to that, that might be your best bet. Freeze is really dangerous. If you don't make it perfect, then yeah, if you don't make the freeze perfect, then you're in real trouble. So they're really discussing this. And it looks like Aaron Johnston's talked him into something else. Front end skip. It's like a backseat driver. Just saw the measuring device go by. Alright, so they decided. So if someone's tuning in and wanting to see how these other games are shaping up, you can go on the Duluth web stream, and we have each of the pairs of sheets visible on separate channels. Or separate streams, so you'd be able to watch those without, there's no commentary obviously and no camera switching, but you can get a decent overhead view. Wide. This is a problem. Wide and heavy. This is a big problem for sobering. So they're not sure which rock is third count. But to be honest, I'm not sure how much that matters, because you're just thinking you just hit this and sit. Hit it on the nose, stick around and get 3 or 4. Or is he just making, just throwing the draw? It's hard to tell. I mean, I think he's throwing a hit. Oh, now they're going to talk about it some more. Well, I mean, they want to get this right. The winner advances. So he's saying that the yellow isn't. So that one that Daryl just threw is definitely third. So it looks like he's playing a split off of this top yellow to try to get them both into the 8-foot, which is totally there. So if you can split these in, it would be for 4. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's the right call, or do you just draw for the certain 3? But I know at league night, this is what I would call. It'd be a lot more fun. But and this is the 6th end, so you get, well, scoring 3, you're set pretty good. So let's see, looks all right, and too much weight. Oh, look at that spin back. Still too much weight. Looks like 3 though. So good end for Senate. I'm calling it 3 until they tell me otherwise. So now Senate's in a good spot because Sobering will need to, well, score 2, steal 1 maybe. It's generally what they say, score 2, steal 1. So here's Connor Kaufman. Some more broom slamming. Over on sheet 2, I believe. Stop. Don't abuse the ice. I don't have any officials here to give warnings for broom slams, so self-policing. So yellows put a rock in, as you do when you have the lead. So they're calling for a tick here. A tick on the corner guard. Well, it's not really a center guard or a corner guard. But, I mean, if you're Team Senate, you don't want any guards. But they're going to push it into the rings, which means that it's fair game to hit next time. So that's one way to do it. Ooh. I don't know if they're gonna make it. Nope. Been there. Sucks. I did that in the 9th end in a spiel earlier this year. Just needed to put a guard. hogged it. That's alright. We ended up winning. Nice and easy hit. So AA Ron. There's a good look at the mustache. There it is. A little off center, but well, from the zoom in, it definitely, well, it looks real, but it's a good stash. It's not the cleanest camera work, but it gets the job done. Oh man. So now I'm... Hey, there's me in the background. Hello. All right. That's me doing a creepy wave. Just hanging out in the booth, freezing my butt off. That's great. I'm kind of glad I didn't realize that earlier, that I could do that. I was gonna see if I could see who was upstairs. Oh, there we can. That's good. There we can take a look at who's watching. Pretty sure I have undiagnosed ADHD. Alright. We're back. We're back at it. I'm done playing. So I missed a couple of rocks. It's okay. We're back on board. Back on it. We got Myers. Nick Myers. I can't pay attention for 8 ends when I'm playing, so it's really surprising that I can do it now. Pretty good. Half buried. There's enough. I mean, even if you're not playing at it, you're playing at that pile. Just yeah. When in doubt, peel the guard. That's what they always say. I don't know who they are, but that's what they say. Alright. Here's Nick. So Red's trying to find a way to get two here at least. Looks heavy. That's too bad. You don't want to see people miss. Just a bit heavy. Definitely been there. All right, so with the 3-point lead, you're just trying to make rocks disappear. And he's definitely throwing heat on this one. Looks like Josh Chetwin's limping. It's a lot of curling. Trying to come around that corner guard, and it looks like he kisses it. He has enough to get in the rings. He really wanted to be hiding behind something. Yeah. Oh, I need to crop myself out of this. Maybe I can zoom in. Oh, that's not it. There, we'll zoom out more. We'll zoom out more so you can't see me as close. No! There's some fans again. Hopefully nobody's motion sick from my clicking around. All right, Sam Strauss. Yeah, Sue Petrosky, yes. I am planning on... How do you think so? I'm planning on being here tomorrow morning. I have to go talk to Courtney Benson because she wanted me to do any tiebreaker tonight, but it is past my bedtime. and they're behind schedule. So, I mean, the tiebreaker is supposed to start in 10 minutes, but we're only in 7. So, yeah, so sorry, Courtney. I'm going to go home. But I will plan on being here in the morning. I might have a 3-year-old with me in the booth. He was freaking out at the mall today. Hopefully he's resting. Oh no. I think we got handshakes. Too bad. So, well played game by Chase Sinnett's team with Sam Strauss throwing the last rocks. Too bad for Daryl Sobering's team, and they had big hopes with this game. It looks like they will be done in this spiel. And I would have to look at the score sheet to see. I'm not sure if this Senate team is in for sure, or if they need to play a tiebreaker later. Whoops, that was the wrong score. Let's try this. There we go. Final after 7. So that's what we have from sheet 8. I don't know why I'm disappointed. I'm always cheering for the team that's behind. It's a good way to always be disappointed. But well done by this Team Senate team. They made some great shots. They made the shots at the right time. So they'll be moving on. I'm not sure if it's just grab a snack and get back on the ice, or if they get to rest until morning. But either way, I'll be back here. I will be back here in the morning. Maybe I'll have somebody with me, maybe not. Kind of want to do it by myself now. So thanks for sticking with me, fans. And so check back in tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. if you're up. And we will have some quarterfinals. So I'm going to sign off. Good night.